Hello class, my name is Christopher Rockwell. This is my week 3 reflection video for Java 2 turned 1402. This week was really exciting. Got to deal with some fragments, something I heard in previous courses as to be scary, and they are pretty scary at first, but I'm glad I was able to stick with it and get with the instructor and figure out how to work it. So I was able to actually get them all implemented. I also did the replace my activities with my activity main XML and my second activity XML, or my info activity, with the fragments as well, alongside my layout land here, which was with the Athens and landscape. I think fragments can definitely enhance the user experience. Of course, it makes it a lot easier on the programmer as well. You're able to easily, like what we're doing this week, if you have it in landscape mode, landscape mode, you're able to easily implement 2 different activities and be able to bring all the data into one view for the user versus them having to click as much in your app. So, in portrait mode, we have to go from the first activity to the second activity. And if the user decides to use the app in landscape mode, they have the convenience of having both things right there in their face. So, definitely a benefit for the programmer as well as the user. Anything I can need more clarification on? Nothing at this point. I got all my questions answered. Satisfied with getting them answered this week by the instructor. Pretty much got all that handled. Let me go into a demonstration of my application so I can just show all the different things I did this week. Okay, this is actually my fragment, which is inflating the activity main. I'm going to get the Reynolds. I'm going to click. Now this is just the old functionality from last week. Let's do Ender's Game. Simply go to the second activity. And then one thing I really wanted to do is in my second activity, if somebody goes into landscape mode, I want to make sure it's functioning properly. And one thing I thought would be neat is to, if they're going to second activity, to retain that data that they just viewed. So I'm still retaining that data, Ender's Game. I don't want them to be going to landscape and portrait and get punished by losing their data. Because some phones, they might actually do it on accident, so I don't want them to be losing their data. So I thought it'd be neat to retain that right here, Ender's Game, and then force click to get top Reynolds, so they don't have to keep clicking at it every time they go into landscape and portrait. Then if they go back to portrait, you're gonna send them back to the home screen. Then they can go and get another Reynolds. Okay. And then also it's still going to retain that data each time they go back to portrait. It's going to keep that data. That way they won't have to keep going over and over and over again trying to get that data. And the search that is functional. See if you get minimum 75. So that's functioning. You're able to share via text. You can see here. And it pops up the text message, hey, you should check out the movie Elysium. So that's something I had from last week, just to kind of prove everything is still functioning, because it does take some effort to get the buttons to keep functioning as you move through fragments. You can also view the large poster. As you can see here, the Elysium poster here. You have Matt Damon and Jodie Foster. Okay, let me kind of go through some code. I want to go through the particular section where I'm retaining my data from when I move to the second activity in portrait mode, and then when I move to landscape. All I'm really doing is if I have a data string, and I'm setting the data string over in my info activity or my second activity. I'm setting it down here on the save. Actually, I'm saving it in my finish method. I'm just setting the data string to the actual object I just recently viewed. So if it's not null, I mean I have something, then I'm going to go into that fragment and run the display movie method I have. And what that's doing is simply getting that my data object that I'm setting right here, and it's just parsing it. It's just parsing, getting the title, getting the poster URL for the button, it's getting the synopsis or the movie info or the summary. And just setting it to my title view and my info view. So that's simply what it's doing. But I think it's very important, like I said before, to retain this data because you don't want to have to continue to click stuff and open stuff every time. So I thought that would be a pretty neat feature. What would I do differently? I do want to try to find. I always try to get everything done. I try to get everything I want in my app accomplished. But this time I didn't get a chance to focus on the design as much. I would try to change, maybe give it that book feel, or try to divide the views somewhat, just to kind of show you that this is doing something separate from this, even though they're working together. I don't want to say you work over here, you get the results over here. I want something to define, whether it be a shadow here or a line, or make this a different color. I didn't get a chance to get around to it, but I'm definitely gonna try to get that worked out this next week. Just something simple like that. I really do like designs. I always try to think of new ways and innovative ways to do things as the weeks go on. Alright, I hope y'all enjoyed this week as much as I have. Y'all have a great day. Thank you for listening.